there, Doctor Who fans. I am Doctor Who Commentator, here to provide you my personal fan commentary on Doctor Who, and we continue with the story and the engine. And so, here we go. So, this is the first episode set in Lagos, which is definitely interesting. Apparently this is something Ncuti really wanted. He always wanted to have a story in Africa. And now he finally got his opportunity. And apparently the writer was the same writer of a play called The Barbershop Chronicles, which is essentially, and this I've not seen The Barbershop Chronicles, so I can't really completely comment, but just looking, you can see this is an evolution of that, or a sort of adaptation of that. I would say though it does kind of come across as a bit of a bottle show in some way. The fact that it all just takes place in one building. I know a proper bottle show would be one that takes place completely in the TARDIS, but still, sometimes you have a lot of running around and a lot of locations, but in this occasion it's just all in one place. And I do like that whole thing of all the stories are being pretty much shown on a window. It is a really nice touch, and the artwork was obviously beautiful. Well, that was lovely. And Inua Elms, I'm probably not going to get that right. And here we are in TARDIS. Now, I'm a bit confused because, well, he was using the Vindicator to triangulate, and you only need 3 locations for that. He's got 3. Well, I guess communications. So, I'm going to assume maybe it didn't work, the last one they went to, or maybe it's just a further indicator of the fact that they just can't get back to the 24th of May. And 2019. I don't know why, but even though I could kind of tell it was a set, when I saw that drone shot, it's gonna come later, I thought maybe they actually did film in Nigeria, even though that's so obviously a set. And this part is the thing that's interesting, because this is now the first time the show is really acknowledging, well, people are going to say, but Dot and Bubble was literally ended with the whole thing with race. Yeah, but it's kind of the first thing the Doctor is actually acknowledging there are some parts of Earth where he's treated differently now. And that's ultimately his overall experience, as opposed to that one moment in Dot and Bubble. And it's rather hard for me to really make any comment on this because, well, obviously don't have the same experience. And of course I love that Belinda wants to get home, but oh okay, I get it. See, it's that shot. For some reason I thought they actually did film in Lagos. That's very bad of me thinking that. I don't know why he called her auntie, unless he seems to really know a lot of people in Lagos. Then again, he tends to know a lot of people everywhere. And uncle. Yeah. And someone is going to have to explain to me those POS signs. I mean, at first I was thinking, is this going to be a clue to something? Later, but I thought, no, wait, I'm just being an ignorant white guy, aren't I? This part of the direction I wasn't so keen on. There's a lot of Dutch angles in this one scene. And I know everyone's a critic, and I know I can't direct for shit, but I'm not the biggest fan of Dutch angles. It kind of comes across as someone trying... Well, it comes across like a first-year film student, to be brutally honest. Thinking they're being clever. So, okay. Why does the tortoise have a cracked shell? And why did the TARDIS do that? Why was the TARDIS so aware? Oh, wait. Okay, so he's obviously figured parts of that out. But there were 4. Did he not think about how Omar was also on one of those posters? And another interesting thing I learned from Doctor Who Unleashed is Omo and the barber both appeared in Doctor Who before. The actor who played Omo, he was actually a supporting actor in Aliens in London. He was one of the unit soldiers who nearly shot the space pig. And the barber was played by an actor, I can't remember the name of the episode, but it was the Highlander episode with Macy Williams. He was the big Lion King character. Lion King. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's going back. Running out, so they can't tell the same story twice. Are there tons of stories? Yeah, I was listening. I was watching Doctor Who Unleashed, and there was a whole thing about how in Nigeria the barbershop is the place where men tend to get together. It is where you can be emotional. There is a sense of community there. Okay, I've never understood that sort of thing. I haven't had to go to the hair. I don't know if this is just Nigerian thing, or don't even understand it as a Westerner, to be honest. I haven't gone to the hairdressers in years. Again, oh, that artwork is just so beautiful. Oh, I do apologize. Wow. Appointment's a bad idea. Oh. And now the Doctor thinks he's figured it out, because naturally he always does. Or rather, he likes the window. Yeah. So now they mention Daleks. Well, it's all connected. You must tell a story. It is always hungry. Yep, go for it. When you don't understand, sonic screwdriver makes perfect sense. This is hungry almost. The barber control. Well, okay, I guess he kind of controls it. Oh, and again, it's never quite explained why the TARDIS keeps doing that. Yeah, probably should have found some way to communicate with it. Abby. Yep, you would be lost. The moment he said that, I know that face. I was certainly very curious. Is this a character we've seen before? Then we get that. No. Oh, but she recognizes him. That's interesting. I mean, yeah, okay. I'll skip to the end by saying, yeah, she's a god or the daughter of a god. But at the same time, wow, she recognized him. Her father. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you are. Took a long time, but it's happening. Okay. As a barber would, wouldn't he? Oh dear. Right. So maybe the doctor should have thought about that before sitting in the chair. It does beg a few questions. How was he able to put those signs up there if he couldn't leave? Mm. Oh. Oh. Such a big deal. They've been gone. This is why this is missing. They've been gone a long time. Oh. The girl with the blue earring. Is that meant to be a pun on the girl with the pearl earring? I don't know. The alarm bells. They need stories immediately. Oh. Yeah, that may work. And only now he suddenly realizes Evo almost pretty much told him what would happen. Oh. Yeah, now he can't move. That is such a threatening lack of space. Yeah. How did he realize this? And you're also interested in the fact the actor playing the barber genuinely had to learn how to do this. How did that happen, though? And if this doesn't make you respect nurses anymore, I don't know what will. Honestly, for anyone in America watching, nurses just get paid so little in the UK. And for so much work. Didn't take us seriously. Didn't take us seriously, but the moment did put the responsibility on her. Typical. Hmm. Oh. Yeah. Working. Couldn't have done something immediately. But no. Mm. Mm. 2 weeks. Hey, Mrs. Flood. Nothing mysterious in this one, though. Although I think she's going to be a bit more prominent in next week's episode. Oh. That's lovely. That's a reward. I can see why that's so rewarding. Me. Yeah, but it took a lot out of the doctor. Well, but you kind of realised it. And I'm lost to genuinely know if that's a wig or they genuinely left some time for Shooty to grow his hair out. Oof. It was that moment I realised what Ombo was doing and hated him. And that also set a few things in mind. Oh, let's take the throne. And all the things are still a bit confusing. So, yep, he's not leaving. He said that that's been set. Toilet. Yep. Oh, now you listen to Belinda. And there we go. Yep, don't want anything. And there's the writer of this episode. He, as a joke, he suggested the idea that he play a shopkeeper, and they actually went with it. Like I said, it was just a joke. Oof. Oh. Mm. You betrayed him, Emma. Well, evidently not. A genuine shame. So he's not here. Open the door and go. Yeah. No. Oof. Yeah, he trusted you more. But that doesn't mean that's a clever idea. No. Oh, bad idea. You could have been thrown right into space. A giant spider. What do you think? Although an interesting looking spider, because there are some mechanics attached to it. And there we go. All good now. And There's Belinda, now finally making her way. And that's interesting because this has no bearing on the rest of the episodes. It's mentioned at the end, but it doesn't have any relevance, so one would assume this is going to... that child will connect later on in the series, but how? I have no idea. At the same time, doesn't quite make sense, but the usual, the Nexus. Yeah, but you're a human, dude. Again, skipping to the end, but you're human. Don't even fool it. Built into the door frame. So only you get to leave. Yeah. Spider. Yeah, you'll find out. No! No! Belinda, don't! No! Oh dear. Oh dear. Really getting closer now. Which is a bit different when you think about it, the fact that she actually told him to go. Still figuring that one out. Oh. Oh, a troll on the web. Although, I'll be brutally honest with you, most trolls aren't anonymous. Like many think. Online trolls aren't as anonymous as people think. Yeah. Ooh, love that camera. I go, Anansi. And it must be said, when I first saw the giant spider, I was thinking Anansi. Is this even Lucky? I could have believed that, but I wasn't quite sure. Well, seriously, there are a lot of gods that are actually just the same god. I mean, you get that with the Romans and the Greeks, but... The empty void. Spins a good yarn. I mean, I was beginning to think, is he the god of stories? Or the spider is the spider the god of stories? Mm-hmm. Love this. I don't know why Belinda's laughing though. Yeah, I don't get it. Why are they all laughing? I get why the doctor is. Oh, now he knows. I meant Dionysus. That Saga and I watched. She did like 4 episodes. Chess with Ballads. She played chess with Ballads. Anansi. Daughters. Made a bet to me. But that's the big thing. Anansi made me take a bet to marry one of his daughters. The one behind them all. So he was behind all the gods? So I was finding it hard to concentrate when I was initially watching this. I've got the subtitles on now, just to make it easier for me. So that's how it would work? So there are various gods and he told their stories. So that's kind of interesting. He made sure all the gods stayed as gods. At a young age. Every god? Because that is kind of interesting, the idea that he got the blood of various gods and built the Nexus. A pulp lit by candles. Oh. But that poem was interesting. Because the cinema, so he was responsible for Lux? How old is he, this guy? And then there was that rocket. I can't remember what that rocket was from. Assuming it was from anything. I'm so sorry. I'm sure I'll find out eventually. I look at some Doctor Who stuff on YouTube all the time. And now the spider's stopped. Yeah. Typical Doctor. Well, you said you remembered her face. Yeah. Abena? Oh. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, you were afraid someone would win you in a bet. Why would you want that? But this spot, I mean, I do love the fact that Joe Martin is back. I mean, I'm very happy Joe Martin is back as the Fugitive Doctor. But that the whole thing with the Fugitive Doctor, that's meant to be a whole part of the Doctor's time that they don't remember. So it really doesn't make sense that that's been included. If it was something like Matt Smith, if it was any of the older Doctors, if you could have got David Bradley back, and that would have helped. That would have probably worked, but that doesn't really work with the Fugitive Doctor. nothing you can do. Well, you can tell more stories. Oh. Oh. That's what he wants to do. Yeah, that's what he wants to do. Which isn't the cleverest of idea. Some gods, maybe. The Pantheon might be a good idea. But some gods kind of necessary. Ugh. Yeah. But I don't know if I've ever said this before. It's something I've always meant to mention in the Omega Files, but there is a big difference between Russell T Davies's first era and his new era. Because in the first era, he was very adamant that he was really pushing the fact that there are no gods. There is no god, there is no afterlife. And there's nowhere when we die. That was all the way in Doctor Who and Torchwood. Not sure how much Sarah J. But, okay, and yeah, they're not including an afterlife in this but so far, but this era they are very adamant that yes, there are gods. A better. Now she knows how bad this is. She will tell the story instead. But yet it still needs to be the Doctor's hair that gets cut. Doctor. Can he trust her? No, I guess he will. This was actually an interesting thing for me to learn, because I've always seen the whole cornrows thing. It's a common hairstyle among black people, but I didn't realise that the whole point was to make a map. Although I'm amazed anyone can actually find their way doing that, because I'd get lost immediately if I couldn't actually see it. Okay. So her story was actually good? Well, that's very narcissistic. Oh, Benna. She really knew what she was doing. Yeah, she didn't want the gods killed. Very good. You could tell just from... That was just one flick over the head. There wasn't any movement there. And did you really know that? Pull out, zoom out, zoom in again. Seems redundant. Yes, she did. Oh. Oh dear. Well, no one's leaving. Bzz. kind of room is that? I was trying to figure out. It looked like some sort of space helmet there, or robot helmet, something. It's an eclectic mix of so many different items. Story. Hey, almost the title of the episode, The Story in the Engine. It's the beating heart of the engine. And that face. I thought we were going to get something bigger, but... Oh, okay. No, that's it. That's all we're seeing of that face. I thought that was going to lead to something. What else is the story? All the stories. A beating heart. That wasn't creamy. Rip them out. Come on. Too late. Yeah. Don't give him power. Hemmy baby. Oh, Hemingway. Sorry. Yeah. 6 words. And what's his story? I'm born. I die. And that's the shortest story ever. Because that's all it needs. Doesn't need to be. Ah, hey. Sorry, it's just a lovely thing to do. I mean, they've done that even in Classic Who, highlighting, having clips from older episodes. It's always just nice to have those lovely callbacks. Hey, now we're cooking. Well, now he can leave. Yeah. You're an engineer now. Yeah, he will. Yeah, but not on this occasion. Okay, yeah, actually, yes. 7 billion. Right. Oh yeah, 7 billion people in the world. Well, technically he does. Alright, no, he doesn't want 7 billion lives to end, but he wants the gods to end, certainly. And now he's gonna let everyone out. Leave! He certainly didn't need them. How convenient, but the corridor is now a straight line. Makes you wonder why it was necessary. Yep, now you can go. Well, that wasn't 6 words. It was 4. Ooh. Don't let this be how your story ends, even though you did a lot of bad things. Oh, yeah. Get out there. No. Don't do that. Go on, Doctor. Come on. Yes. Sonic swing. Yeah, not great. And now it's gone. All good now. And the spider explodes. Which was in the trailer, by the way. So very much spoiled it. Abby. Abena. Why are you still calling her Abby when she's Abena? Is that a normal thing as well? To do what is essentially planking? Oh yeah, run. You're an athlete. Now the barber. What to do with him? Yeah. Nothing else to do. Service goals. Oh. Yeah, part of the community. Yeah, but you can't look for the doctor to do the protecting, must be said. And a secret handshake. And now he gets the barber shop. Will it work? Well, you can't cut hair. Well, you can. I think I pronounced that right, I'm not quite sure. No, you don't. And most people who'd be acting that way, I think, would be manipulative. Yeah, that is a good question. Anything. Ah. Yeah, that's pretty common advice. Oh. He's still trying. Does he still have respect for her, though? That is a bit of an odd thing. I mean, she'll do whatever she wants if she decides to stay with him. Oh, no, she doesn't. Sorry. I forgot that. But she can do anything now. Not tied to the shop. Not anything. It's a new day. Almost. And yeah, like I said, he didn't see a shard, so this is gonna be relevant somehow.
But the stories were leaking out, getting mixed up.
Okay.
Yeah, but didn't quite make sense.
You have to tell me about
Almost.
Hmm.
It's a long story.
Yeah, he put it out of fire. And this is the part where I usually say, thanks for coming here, but now we have a trailer. The 800th Interstellar Song Contest, which, yes, is happening during Eurovision. I was kind of curious, is it going to be a rehash of Bang Bang a Boom? But I have no idea. The Big Finish story, Bang Bang a Boom. So, I have been Doctor Who commentator. I am a regular contributor to the Omega Files. I will definitely be. I'm going to make an effort to be on the Omega Files on Friday to talk about this episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed listening to this commentary, as I've enjoyed making it. So, and I'll hopefully see you soon for the next episode. And just waiting on the end now. And goodbye.